Solve Everything. Peter Diamandis and I have just released Solve Everything, Achieving Abundance by 2035, a book-length blueprint for how to aim the singularity at every problem that has ever made human life short, expensive, or unfair, and solve them all within a decade. Our central thesis is blunt. Superintelligence is no longer a question of if, but of where we point it. We argue that the intelligence revolution is a war on the final bottleneck, scarce expert attention, and that its weapon is the token, artificial cognition collapsing toward the cost of electricity. We introduce the industrial intelligence stack, a 9-layer framework for converting any messy real-world domain, from dermatology to fusion containment, into a system that can be solved by pouring compute into it the way we pour concrete into a foundation. We define a 6-stage maturation curve from L0, the muddle, where nobody agrees on the rules, to L5, solved, where the service is as boring and reliable as tap water, and argue that every field in human civilization is now climbing this ladder on a predictable schedule. The engine of the whole system is the targeting system, a concept we distinguish sharply from a mere leaderboard. Where old benchmarks looked backward to record who was winning, a targeting system looks forward to create the future. Make the measurement legible, adversarial, and payable, we argue, and capital and cognition will route themselves to clear the target automatically. This creates what we call the abundance flywheel. Commit compute to a hard problem, focus R&D until it clears, watch the domain collapse from artisanal craft to industrial utility, capture the surplus, and reinvest it into the next target. Repeat until scarcity is a memory. We then lay out a solution wavefront for what gets solved and when. Phase 1, 2026 to 2027, conquers pure information. Math, code, and physics become formal verification utilities. Phase 2, 2028 to 2031, masters the physical world. Chemistry, material science, and biology capitulate once the virtual cell comes online, turning the human body into a software problem. Phase 3, 2032 to 2035, tackles planetary-scale systems. Energy, climate, food, and infrastructure are industrialized into dial-tone reliable utilities. At each stage, we explore what different stakeholders might consider, from CTOs to policymakers to philanthropists. The operational heart of the piece is 15 specific moonshots, grouped into human needs, the frontier of mind, the planetary substrate, and the frontier of physics. These range from manufacturing human organs on demand, eliminating transplant waitlists as an inventory management error, to doubling the healthy human lifespan, to ending hunger via synthetic food systems, deploying personalized AI tutors for every child on Earth, building high-bandwidth brain-computer interfaces, demonstrating human mind uploading, decoding interspecies communication, achieving inverse materials design, delivering commercial fusion, and more. Each moonshot comes with specific benchmarks, milestone dates, guardrails, and a theory of spillover, where solving the hardest problem in a field inadvertently builds the tools to solve every other problem in that field. We frame the obstacle not as technology, but as the muddle, the entrenched layer of bureaucracy, input-based pricing, and scarcity-minded institutions that currently govern the world. The essay is structured as a race between the rails and the muddle, and we argue there are roughly 18 months of regulatory foundry window before the path dependencies of the next century harden like cooling metal. 3 scenarios branch from this fork: the bright path, abundance by 2035, the muddle path, AI captured by ad optimization and grant theater, and the dark path, a safety incident that freezes progress entirely. We open with 3 immersive vignettes, dropping you into 2026, where an MIT sophomore outcompetes a defense contractor for the cost of a pizza. 2030, where the physical world has liquefied and you subscribe to normal liver function instead of buying pills. And 2035, the quiet hum, where longevity escape velocity has been breached and every citizen carries a compute wallet. We close with a chapter called Build the Rails that functions as an operational playbook, specifying what every stakeholder should do before Monday noon. Read the whole thing at solveeverything.org. It is long, and it is our most detailed attempt yet to turn the exponential curve into a construction schedule. The Singularity has plenty of authors now, but what it has always needed is a general contractor.